So I did something, so I had to study the shots. Like I'm trying to make it to be a 1 year study. So while doing that, I got to learn one or two things. But before I show you what I actually learned, I quickly want to show you something. Okay, on this odd USD JPY, I actually like I have it lead on its own right now, and this is 4 hours time frame. Although where I'm actually looking at to have the buy, it's actually this area, but price hasn't gotten there. So these 2 hours time frame demand zone can see 2 hours time frame demand zone. After the mitigation of the 2 hours time frame demand zone, then I noticed that on 1 hour time frame, like you should be familiar with this particular thing. On 1 hour time frame, I have this. Okay, so let's do it this way. This is 1 hour time frame. So this is the last low. This is a low taken out. After that low, we have another low as well, and this is it. I already have the mitigation here, which is expected, and that has already created a new low. And it is expected that price should return to this area and create a new low, but this failed. Then we have this demand zone, and we have this change of character here. One, we have another one. So, so we have two BOS with an FEG below the second BOS, which is expected to be taken out as a liquidity, and we have our mitigation. I'm actually on this trade. I'm on the trade targeting the first TP has already been hit. That's 12, and my target is actually this particular eye. That's like 5 hour. So that's exactly the trade I am on right now. So the logic behind this trade is we have mitigation of 2 hours demand zone. Although I was still expecting that price should drop, blah 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 blah, come down to this POI I have here. The price did not do that before giving um a change of character with two BOS with FEG below the second BOS. So having that, 80% sure that price should actually move in the direction. Price should move in that direction. That's what I have on this. So just like what I said earlier, that I had to study the chart again. While studying the charts, I discovered a particular thing I'm going to share with you now. So let's see, price is breaking highs, breaking highs. Then we have a change of character. The price should sell from this area. However, that high too was broken. So we may be like, okay, there is liquidity gap, a break of structure. Then after having that, instead of price to buy from this low, price also invalidates it as well. After invalidating it, price still break this. So I'm going to explain. We have price is breaking highs, and it also break this as well. Then we have a change of character. After the change of that character, it's expected that this high should push price lower, something like this. But instead of doing that, it invalidates that high. Boom. And after invalidating that high, some will be like, okay, wow, that is nice. Then we have this demand zone here. So this should push price higher. So what do we have? Price come down to invalidate this as well. Boom. Then it is expected that this particular supply zone should hold. Will be the POI where we'll be looking at to have our sell. It will be the POI we'll be looking at to have our sell. So this is one of those things I actually discovered while doing my back testing. I'm going to explain it again. We have this structure here. Price is breaking highs. Then there is a change of character, signifying that okay, price is ready to go in the other direction. So after having that, we expect to sell from this high, but price also invalidates that high. After the invalidation, price still break the low again. So it's expected that the first supply zone where we expect to have our sell will be the POI that we hold for the next sell. That's just the logic. So let's check the chart if we can find something of such. So let's check the chart if we can actually spot something like that. Let's see. I want to check the chart if we can actually spot something of such. This is something similar. It is something similar. We have this login broken. We are expecting to have ourselves from here, but what happened? It failed. After failing, we have we have another low being created. Then we trace this out. It is something similar. Let me check again if I can actually find that. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, I think I have found one. Okay, so we have this broken. We have this loading broken, which we can say a change of character. We are expecting to sell from here. We are expecting to sell from that area. price invalidates that high, and after the invalidation you can see that price still come back to have the breakup structure. So what I learned is that just trace this out. The supply zone that is supposed to hold, just trace it out. But this did not get to the supply zone unless you want to adjust. That's just the thing. Like just trace it out. That's exactly where price is going to like have the next sell. But this did not actually get to the POI. Let's see if we can still find another example. Mhm. Mm. I can't really find much. Okay, okay. I'm trying to see if I can find more examples. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Mm. I can't really find much. Let me go to, let me check. EUSD. Okay. Okay. Mm, mm. Okay, I can't find that one yet, but let me just. There's another one I see here. That if we have break of structure, we have this kind of break of structure, then we have a mitigation, and we are expecting another break of structure. But price react to the supply zone before breaking the structure. After the break of structure, if we have a change of character after the reaction, we can actually pick the trade from this area and take it lower. Another thing is if it happens that we have break of structure like this, and price reacted to the supply zone before breaking the structure, and there is this, and the low of that structure is taken out instead of being respected. And you're expecting that price will come back to the supply zone, to this supply zone for the next move. Yeah. Like after that reaction, we have this change of character. So price will use this that supply zone for the next move. The same thing is applicable for a bar. So if we have a break of structure and before we have this particular break of structure, price reacts to the demand zone, and after the demand zone, after breaking the structure, there is a change of character and price actually it is expected that price will respect the demand zone created after the break of structure and bar. So the same thing is applicable. If it happens that price later break this structure to give us a change of character, price is going to respect this the last demand zone of then the demand zone of that of the structure before the break of structure to have the next move. So I saw something of such. So let me just use it as an example. Yeah. So we have this I been taking. We have that I been taking. So we have the reaction there. This red candle being formed and which is expected to like hold after breaking the structure as you can see. And that's exactly what happened. And that is exactly what happened. And that's led to breaking of this law. Although something actually happened there, like we have this. Okay, yeah. It hasn't broken that structure before we have this law being taken out. So after taking out the structure, we still have this law being taken out as a change of character, and price came back into that red candle, which is a reaction of that from that a supply zone created as a result of mitigating that supply zone before invalidating it. And price actually came back there to respect it. Okay, and this low was taken out because price has already mitigated it. That's why actually come back here and clear out this eye. And another thing is that okay, and invalidate that eye, which is expected to hold, and we have a reaction to from mitigating that eye too, and this is the area of the reaction here. This candle. Then the reaction was formed before invalidating that eye, before breaking that structure, and we have this change of character. As you can see, after the change of character, what happened? Price actually came back into that area that was created as a result of reacting to that eye, and we have a continuation. Paper was taken out. Okay. And the structure was taken out. That's just it. Exactly what I have done there. We have break of structure, but before we have that break of structure, we have reaction and change of character. So after the change of character, you can buy and target the low, the opposing high, and the opposing low. The same thing here too. The same thing there too. If you take this from here, from this area, you notice that it is still that same area that was expected. Was it okay? So it is expected that it should push price lower, but it failed. And price came back to it for a proper mitigation. So that's another example of what I learned while studying the chart. Let me see if still spots another. So look at this. Okay. Oh, this is okay, okay. We have the same thing here too. This eye was taken out as expected. But before taking out that eye, we have a reaction. Price reacting to the supply zone. So after that reaction, that eye was taken out and this low was taken out. But price did not come back for mitigation before breaking this low. Price did not come back for mitigation before breaking the low. So the supply zone created as a result of that mitigation, we can actually trace it out. It's around this area. I'm using the wick of that candle. So let's trace it out. As you can see, that's exactly where price actually um came back to and have the next sell. So price actually did Caesar actually did 6. So let me still check. But I've not seen the other one I actually explained. Okay, okay, okay. We have this I, this low as well. Been taken out. And we have this I being taken out. So the supply zone expected to push price higher is this rich field and in demand zone order. And that's exactly where we have the buy. Yeah, this is what happened. We have this BOS reconstruction, then we have this change of character. Although there is a gap, so we can't actually tell. The one we can spot is here going up. So it is expected that after this reconstruction, we should have the next buy, but price invalidate it and we have the next reconstruction. So something like this. Making the nose and it's quick out of the eye. Yes, we have the mitigation here. It's with the eye again. Then price invalidates it, expecting to sell with the eye. Then we have the next buy. So that's just it. This reconstruction. We already have a mitigation here. Which led to the reconstruction. So the next area for mitigation is here, which field. After payment. So maybe like hey, there is a change of character, but what happened? Boom. Price not get to the period. So that's just it. That's what I learned while doing my
short study. So that's exactly what I learned. So I hope you've learned one or two things. So thanks for joining me today. Have a blessed and profitable day.